Welcome guys to my first hands-on experience with the UFC 5 beta. Obviously I'm not allowed to post any videos of the actual beta gameplay, so we're having to do a voiceover of some UFC 4. But I want to talk about my first ever match on it, which resulted in a doctor stoppage. I have to say the gameplay feels a lot more smoother. You know, the striking animation on the feet, it does feel that it's a lot more in favour of maybe being a bit defensive. There's only middleweight characters that just now, there's only a handful. You know, you've got your standard Alex, Adesanya, Sean Strickland, Marvin Vettori, Robert Whittaker, Brunson, Jack Hermanson, who else? Pablo Costa. You know, you've got a good sort of selection of fighters. So the first fight, I can't remember who I was playing as, but it ended in a doctor stoppage, and it gave me straight away big concerns about doctor stoppages. Whether or not, you know, it was the first match. I've had about 6 hours of proper gameplay time of it. So I've, you know, from the start of it, I was quite disappointed. It wasn't super advanced as, you know, I thought it was going to be. Like, not, I know it's, you know, you can't really make a completely new game. It's, you're going to still have the same elements of, you know, striking, grappling, things like this. But the doctor stoppage, you know, for the first fight I was a bit concerned, but I have noticed afterwards there isn't, you know, the doctor isn't like, you know, wanting to be a part of the game. It was really from that first fight, the dude targeted my nose, completely shattered it. Doctor comes in, you know, checked me over, said I could continue the fight. I failed to then mitigate damage to my nose, which resulted in the doctor coming in again and stopping the fight. It does feel kind of disappointing when that happened, because I was like, you know, I felt like I was just starting to get back into the fight a little bit, but I wasn't defending myself properly, so doctor had to come in and stop it. You know, I have shown the gameplay to a couple of friends. I've showed it to, you know, Sleepy Penguin and things like this. You know, just, you know, because I wanted, you know, I want people of this community, you know, who haven't got a chance to get their hands on the beta to at least see, you know, what the product is that they're going to spend money on. You know, it's, you know, for me, I live in the UK, so it's £100 for the premium pre-order, which I am gonna spend the money on. You know, but from the first, like, maybe hour or two, from, you know, like, especially you've got your muscle memory on UFC 4. Uppercuts, you know, is square X, triangle, circle. You know what I mean? You know how to throw an uppercut. I might have said the buttons wrong, but we know how to throw an uppercut. But now in UFC 5, it's when you throw an uppercut, the same input is now to clinch and to do takedowns, which I found at first I was like, the controls just didn't feel as what's the word? You know what I mean? It feels more clunky. It's R1 now to throw an uppercut, and to throw like overhands, it's now, you know, like throwing a hook. L1 square, but you're now holding square to throw the overhand. So, you know, like, there's wee things like that I felt that maybe clouded my perspective on the game, because I was so used to doing things on UFC 4, and because it does feel somewhat similar, that's why I was a bit like, well, again, I'm trying to throw an uppercut, I'm clinching, I don't want to clinch, you know, thing like, as you can see in this, like, the gameplay that I'm speaking over, I do like to clinch and whatnot. So a couple of things I want to say that, you know, there's gonna be like maybe 2-3 parts to this video. This is my first impressions of the beta. You know, I've had a good couple of you know, good, say about 30 fights on it so far, probably more. You know, I'm just trying to not show that I'm addicted to the thing already. You know, I've not played any UFC 4 in about the past 2-3 weeks. These are old, you know, like videos that I'm talking over that I had finally in the library. So I was, you know, I'm thoroughly impressed with it so far. The ground game, the timing on it is a lot more simplified compared to UFC 4. I've managed to catch more posture ups in UFC 5 than I have the whole time I've played UFC 4, and that is not a joke. I have managed to stop people posturing up more in UFC 5 than I have ever in the whole time I have played UFC 4 since it came out. You know, which I don't know if that's a good thing, that's a bad thing, because if I struggled to, you know, stop posturing up, how are people who are really good at stopping it anyway, how are they going to deal with it now that it's, you know, they can just, it's this, the timing's different, it's a bit simpler, you know what I mean, it's a bit easier to deny. The submission games on the ground, I'm actually enjoying. There isn't like a proper mode where I can sit and, you know, like a training mode where I can sit and try and practice denials or anything. So it's only online. There's an online career mode which I've not tested, but I've looked at. And if you are not an old viewer, or if you know I've ever spoke about, you know, ever heard me speak about what I wanted with UFC 5 with their custom fighters, it's basically perfect for, you know, everything I've asked for. They have delivered on that part. So yeah, guys, this is like my first impressions. I'm gonna try and make maybe, as I said, 3-4 videos. You know, talking over it. The next one will be a lot more in depth once I've spent a bit more time. So I hope you have enjoyed this video. You know, if you have any questions about the mechanics of UFC 5, please comment down below. And for more UFC 5 beta updates and for UFC 5 content, subscribe because I'll be playing that as soon as it releases. Peace out, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day.